Proposed tax reforms in Nigeria just passed the second reading in the House of Representatives, a big step towards changing the country's tax system. As Nigeria deals with rising inflation, a weak naira and high living costs, the government is looking for ways to collect more tax money without putting too much pressure on businesses and everyday citizens. So what does this mean? Let's break it down. One simple tax law. Right now, Nigeria has a complicated tax system with different rules for different taxes. The new tax reform will bring all these laws together into one clear system. This will make it easier for businesses and individuals to understand and follow the rules. For example, instead of having to follow different regulations for income tax, VAT, and corporate taxes, there will now be one clear law that covers everything. Secondly, it will lower taxes for businesses. Small businesses in Nigeria have been struggling, and the government is trying to help. The company income tax will drop from 30% to 25% over the next 2 years. So for a business making 10 million in profit, they will pay 2.5 million in tax instead of 3 million. Also, if a business makes less than 50 million a year, they won't have to pay any company income tax. A small bakery that earns 100,000 naira will no longer pay tax on that amount, giving them more room to grow. Plus, businesses that are losing money won't have to pay the minimum tax anymore, which has been a burden for struggling companies. VAT is going up, but slowly. The value-added tax is currently at 7.5%, but the government plans to raise it to 12.5% by 2026 and 15% by 2030. This increase will happen slowly over time, so businesses will have a chance to adjust. However, small businesses will get some help to make the change easier. For example, small shops may be exempt from some of the increases, so they don't have to raise their prices too much. There will be fairer personal income tax. The tax system will also be more fair for workers. People who earn more will pay more in taxes. Someone earning 100,000 naira a month will pay less tax than someone earning 1 million naira a month. The new rules also make sure Nigerians who work remotely for foreign companies are taxed fairly under Nigerian law. Another reason is that one tax collection agency will be implemented. Right now, there are several agencies collecting taxes, which can make things confusing. Under the new reforms, the Federal Inland Revenue Services will be replaced by the Nigeria Revenue Service, which will handle all taxes in the country. This will make it simpler for businesses and individuals to pay their tax because they will only need to deal with one agency. There will be a new tax police for fairness. The government will also introduce a tax ombudsman. This office will help make sure that taxpayers are treated fairly and prevent harassment from tax officials. For example, if a small business feels that a tax official is being unfair, they can reach out to the tax ombudsman for help. There will be no more double taxation. One big problem for businesses is double taxation, being taxed in more than one country for the same income. Nigeria is working with other countries in West Africa to make sure that businesses and individuals aren't taxed twice when they trade across borders. For example, if a Nigerian company sells goods to Ghana, they won't have to pay taxes on the same earnings in both countries, making cross-border trade easier. Now, why does this matter? The Nigerian government needs more money to invest in things like infrastructure, healthcare, and education. But the goal is to do this without overloading businesses or individuals with too many taxes. These changes are meant to make it easier for businesses to grow, while also helping the government collect more money to improve the country. The bottom line is, the tax reforms has passed their second reading in the House of Representatives, which means they are moving forward. If these changes are approved, businesses will get some tax break. VAT will increase slowly and the tax system will be simpler and fairer. If all goes well, these reforms could help Nigeria recover and grow economically in the long term. What do you think about these changes, and how will they affect your business or personal finances? Let's know in the comment section. Do not forget to follow us on all our social media platforms on Fact News Hausa and Fact News Africa.